Taco Bell executive attacking an Uber driver. The driver, Edward Caban, caught his beating on a GoPro camera set up in his car. Here it is again. You can see the passenger hitting and beating Caban until Caban is able to grab his pepper spray and stop the attack. The passenger, Benjamin Golden, was arrested, charged with misdemeanor assault and battery, and fired from his job, and he pleaded not guilty to the charges. Now, according to reports, Golden is countersuing the driver for $5 million. Golden claims the video was recorded without his consent, since California is a two-party state, meaning that both parties must consent to the recording of a phone call or conversation in order to make that recording lawful. Golden also says the media coverage that followed the video's release caused him humiliation and the loss of his job. Do you think he has a case?
One, I don't think he has a case. Two, if the dude that's the Uber driver got $5 million, is he stacking all that Uber money? How much do they pay you over that Uber that he got $5 million to be sued from? Three is, first of all, there's no expectation of privacy when you get in somebody's Uber in the back seat. That's like, let's just say, as I often do, let's just say I was having sex in the back of a limousine with a
happens all the time.
That's an expectation of privacy. So once the limousine...
really?
Well, the partition's up, Julie.
Oh, okay.
Right. I mean, once the limousine driver get out the car and want to jump in and open the door, that
The
ain't privacy.
two things that were so interesting to me is that he says that the coverage caused him humiliation and loss of his job. No, what caused you humiliation and loss of your job was attacking another person and trying to beat them to death. And I'm just going to underline what Cheryl said from a legal perspective. There are exceptions to two-person consent when there is no reasonable expectation of privacy. That's the law. When you get into someone else's vehicle, you are in a public space, you are then in the private property of another person, you have no expectation of privacy whatsoever. And also, you are a word that I cannot say on this show right now, and I cannot wait for them to throw your case out of
The thing is, you'd think this guy would just want it to go away, like he's doing more.
He's just reminding us what he did.
Totally. I think there is probably a small argument. It'll probably be thrown out, but you could say it's a private vehicle. There may be some expectation of privacy. It's not a public event. It's possible, but I think just any judge is going to look at him and laugh him out of the courtroom. But we have someone from home who wants to weigh in. Let's hear what Esmeralda from Texas has to say.
Sure, there's a case here, a basket case, because this executive needs to take some personal responsibility for what he did. And he's just embarrassing himself and making it look worse by asking for retribution. Don't you have any remorse?
Thank you, Esmeralda. Before we go to break, quick reminder, set your DVR to record us every day so you never miss out on whatever let's talk about.
All right, let's analyze this case here. Number one, this thing called expectation of privacy. So does that mean somebody has a right to threaten somebody? Even if there's they invite somebody into their home and they decide to do a death threat on them? Does that mean because you happen to be a car mechanic, you go into his garage there, it's his place, and he lies to you and you decide to protect yourself with a tape recorder? The liars, cheats, and thieves are the ones who created this. Wonder how many people have been made further victims by not only secretly recording the violation that was done against them, and then they turn around and want to punish them? That's a lie. The truth of the matter is, no one has ever needed permission to record anybody. If somebody voluntarily says something out of their mouth, hey, they know what they're saying. They're able to analyze before the words come out of their mouth. Not only that, the recorder, he doesn't know exactly what the intents of the persons are, what they're going to say. So all he is he's just like a catcher throwing somebody. If somebody's throwing a baseball at him, all he can do is try to catch it. He doesn't know if that baseball person's going to put a spin on it to make the ball go up or down or anything like that. And the truth of the matter is, United States Code Title 18, 2511 Section 2D says, it is not a crime to record as long as you're part of the conversation. And I do believe there are times that if you happen to want to find out if somebody is doing something, a crime, you have a right to be able to fucking record. What if you're in a restaurant there and you hear somebody threatening to murder somebody else? You're going to get punished because you preserved that recording? So the truth of the matter is, not only that, we've got case law, Kevin Wood versus the state of Florida back in 1992. He secretly tape recorded an FBI agent. Not only that, we've got a case recently in Bay County, Florida, of where a guy named Gary Wayne Beck recorded secretly wmbb Channel 13, Panama City, Florida. And when he did that, he didn't do it. He didn't say, I'm recording you. You don't need no. That's the biggest lie going. But you see, the thing is this is, all you got to do is have a dumb bunch of people on their manipulated jury and not realizing that anybody has a right to record. I keep a tape recorder, jimbikeman. I keep a tape recorder on me 24 hours a day. In Bay County, Florida, 2014, it is now 2016, January 2016, Gary Wayne Beck had charges dropped, and the case number is 14-4267MA, of where he secretly tape recorded Channel 13 wmbb. They tried to get him prosecuted, but the judge, Joe Grammer, from what I understand, threw the case out because he realized, number one, they said in that thing there, that number one, that this was in an office. But the truth of the matter is, expectation of privacy is anybody going to protect a criminal or a potential criminal? Would they want to be a victim themselves? See, well, who I believe are behind this is your lawyers, your liars, your sleazy-ass motherfuckers are behind this. Your private investigators are behind this fucked up, crazy lie. Why? Hey, one tape recorder, man, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than having to hire a private investigator and then needing all kinds of forensics evidence and everything like that. See, the liars, them goddamn son of a bitches, they make sure to have their asses protected, but they don't give a shit about anybody else. So there's so many cases of where, when I think his name was Kelly Michaels, I think it was, or something, Michael Kelly, homeless person in Fullerton, California. People recorded him being beaten to death. Hey, and then we got a case, Linda Tripp, who secretly tape recorded Monica Lewinsky. That case was quietly thrown out. There have been a lot of cases on tape recording. I think there was a case in Massachusetts that was thrown out. But see, here's the thing. The average person wouldn't even think that it would be a crime. A crime is something where it's called resume. That means guilty mind. If somebody is pushing a button, there's no way for them to be self-explanatory with a crime versus somebody picking up a knife and stabbing somebody. So the thing is, this is a very important part of the element of a crime is a person has to know that what they are doing, society in general would condemn. So this case with this executive Taco Bell wants to sue for $5 million. First of all he didn't force, the cab driver didn't force this person to want to punch him. He was trying to protect himself. So, I'm hoping that this case right here is going to go far and wide, proving that a criminal has no protection from society. That'd be the same thing like somebody assaulting somebody and then them recording it, and then the person going, well, yeah, I knew I was going to assault you, I knew I was going to threaten you, but you didn't tell me that you was going to record it. And this is a common thing with people in government. They'll sure say to you, this line is being recorded. Yeah, I've had fucking FDLE motherfuckers and Florida Highway Patrol and all them motherfuckers, the Sheriff's Department, cops, this line is being recorded. Boy, it fucks their world up when I go, well, that means you preserve it. Yeah, we preserve it. That means any incriminating statement that you make that's going to cause you to go to prison, you record that, don't you? No, they don't record that motherfucking shit. No sirree.